Come on. Bee mask. Yes. Sly 3. When's that Kirby video? Oh. Wow. Amazing. Got that purple feeling.
Okay, this is getting silly now. I'm getting asked every day about it. I'm getting yelled at about it. I'm getting porn made of it. So now I got to step in and tell you the video's done when it's done. I've had a lot on my plate. You just have to be patient. Turn off your ad block. History of Voltage Vengers is... Nah, I'm just kidding. I finished the script. It's on its way. It has been immensely flattering to see the depths that you guys have gone to let me know that you want to see this series continue. So, I need to stress, I never planned to drop this. It just took longer than expected. And that's not because I wanted to make it longer or because I've given up or anything like that. I've actually been trying to condense the writing I've done. I mean, yes, I've had some real life stuff going on. I did a play, I did a whole play, rehearsal, performance, everything in that time. And a couple of other videos I desperately wanted to get off my chest. I had to get those done. But neither of those things compare to the huge writer's block I had in trying to put the script together for Sly 3. Like, I'd literally wake up, try to write or block it out, and just not get anywhere for hours, banging my head against a wall, trying to think of how to do it, and then procrastinating or getting onto something else in certain bits between writing, just not figuring it out, not clicking at all. I would try and keep productive on top of that by recording games for other potential videos or writing other projects that were working out faster, but I was just so frustrated that I couldn't get this to work for me. I couldn't figure out how to say everything I wanted to say and make all the pieces of the video flow nicely. It's not just the writing. It's not just, oh, I want to make a video and I sit down and I write it. It's the rewriting and reading it out loud to pick up what doesn't make sense and double checking and restructuring paragraphs and ideas until they finally form an order that feels anywhere close to right. That process took way longer than I wanted. There are people I haven't talked to or seen or so many other things I should have probably gotten up to because I wanted to keep rewriting, keep looking at this, make sure it all sounded absolutely right and get it done. And the thing is, it's done now. I have a script I'm happy with. Thank God. Now that's finally all set, I'm aiming for a release at the very latest in the next 3 months, but I think I can probably get it done a lot sooner if I just push myself and hunker down. You know, I gotta voice it, I've gotta edit the voice, then it's just lock down on editing until it's all done. So that, with the last 2 videos, that was about a month process, I think. There was still some writing going on in between those dates, so that's why I'm kind of pitching it at 3 months at the latest, because I think if I really, get stuck or something suddenly reveals itself as being terrible, I think that's about as long as it will take to fix it. But really, I think 2 to 3 months is realistic, and if it comes out sooner than that, then great. Sick. Cool. The main reason I haven't updated about this until now is that I didn't want to keep saying, oh look, it's happening in an official announcement until I was sure I had an end date. Like, I knew that it was going to happen 100%, was ready, and not just like, it'll happen in the far off future. I wanted to know that there was a light at the end of the tunnel before I said, it's definitely on its way. I apologize for it taking so long as it did, but it wasn't clicking until just recently, like I said. So, to be honest, I still don't think it's my best work. There's a lot I wish I had more info on, and I don't think it's anywhere near as tight as what I fought for with Sly 2. It's just the nature of how Sly 3 is put together, and you guys might see. But it's as good as I can make it, and it'll be up to you guys if that works out. So you'll just let me know when it happens, whether or not you think I was as successful as I could have been. I'm sorry for not being stronger or more resilient, but it was just really difficult to pull the words out of my brain and get it right. And I'm becoming more and more ridiculously anal retentive about putting it my way as best I can. I've definitely not rushed this one, so you don't have to worry about, me rushing it or anything. We're as finished as I can get. It's been a long time of writing it. But afterwards, I'm hoping I can go back to doing those smaller videos I used to and was trying out again. Because those were going pretty well. Both Psychonauts and Gem came together a lot faster than I expected. Even then I was taking breaks to look at Sly 3, but I just want to go back to being productive both on and off of YouTube without driving myself insane. So probably not too many super long videos, or at least nothing longer than this for a while. Unless it's like filled with clips that stretch it to that length or something, but I don't foresee that happening too often in the near future. Although I've got a couple things on the back burner once this is done that I want to get out there that might stretch the length a tiny amount. I will do Sly 4, that's still happening, but it probably won't be anywhere near as in-depth. I've done a lot of research on it, and I know what I want to talk about, so it's not like I'm skimping, but that's a game I believe really speaks for itself when it comes to everything it does poorly, especially in comparison to the original trilogy. And kind of the reason I spoke about those three the way I did is because I really care about them, and you know, it's something that I feel very passionate for, and I don't feel passionate about Sly 4, and I really don't want it to feel like part of that series. You know, it's about the Sly trilogy and what Sucker Punch did, not what 4 did and got wrong. Like, I do this big celebration of the Sly games, and then I have to end it with this huge dump on 4, as if this has all been leading up to that. No thanks. Not the message I want to get across, and so I won't be doing that. As far as I'm concerned, it's a separate video, it's a separate thing. It's not part of this group of videos. It's more like an addendum or an epilogue or something. Just see it as sort of supplementary material. It may be long, it may not be, but it won't be treated with the same kind of intensive structure that I've tried to give these other videos. It's just going to be my opinion on Sly 4 and also using basic elements that I've discussed in those videos to demonstrate how Sly 4 doesn't reach those heights. So I can make a case, I just don't think that it warrants the same level of discussion, and trust me on that one. Anyway, I want to thank all of you who've waited for so long again, including my patrons, because it has been a disgustingly long time, and also to everyone who wanted to know when the next one was coming. It's always appreciated that people want to see this stuff, and I'm really trying my best to keep my promise without shoving it out the door just to get it done. And trust me, the thing is, I really wanted to do this video. I've been wanting to do Sly 3 since this began. That was kind of the whole reason of doing, 1 and 2 is to build up to 3, because 3 is special. I wanted to talk about those other 2 as well. This one just has... There's a lot going on, and I didn't want to, I wanted to do it justice. It needed to be done right. So, you've waited long enough, so let's just get this sucker out there. So, that's me. I'm done. Next Beyond Pictures I'll do will be Sly 3. Maybe there'll be another video between it that's like an update, but probably not. I saw Endgame. Bye.